Hello, welcome, welcome everyone. What was that, Jay? Carnosaur, Jay. Welcome everyone to Mail Fuzz TV Live and Dino movie tonight. Knocking them out the park. And before anyone asks, this movie is actually also on YouTube. Somehow, I don't know why these movies are all on YouTube, but it is. So, good news. Oh, of course, the cat's already interfering with things. I'll be 1 second. Hey, Cindy. It's been ages, has it? Why did we watch Planet of Dinosaurs? That wasn't that long ago, was it? I don't remember now. Oh, it was Saturday. Ain't that bad. Oh my god, no Garrus one. Why is there a revolving door of cats? Come on. Come on, my furry babies. Right, down you go, Firefly. Down you go. Right, Firefly's on the lap. He's gotten comfortable. The concern is that Garrus is now looking like he's getting antsy and might want to mess with things, but we'll see. So yes, the movie tonight is on YouTube. Yes, the feel good optimism that Rude Boy always brings present as ever. Right, Firefight. I think I'm going to have to disturb you to see to Garrus's demands. I'm afraid of this pretty cat. Although he's been away again. He's been indecisive, which is exactly like Garrus, admittedly. So how are people? Welcome to the show. What do I have? Do I have anything to tell you specifically? I don't think so. It's not that honesty is negative, it's more that we all know the quality of these movies. But we find some joy in it anyway. Oh, baby robot. That baby robot. That's interesting. Good Firefly. Good Firefly. Yes. Yes. He's such a happy mid cat. There is news assembled. I was almost going to do a solo news today for tomorrow. And it'd be quite beefy, but I am recording with Connor tomorrow, so I figured I'd leave it for doing it as a pair. It does mean it'll be even longer though, because there'll probably be some more news tomorrow. There's a few sizable things, a few trailers to do. Firefly is very aggressively smelling my finger. Good kitty. Yes. So yes, I just had some food, so I've got a mint just to freshen my breath up for my own well-being. Me and Cara should be recording Superman and Lois tomorrow. I should hopefully have the brief finale review up tomorrow. Later in the week, there'll be a new Twilight Zone. There'll hopefully be a new Trek for patrons, not for the public though, because they got one last week and the patrons didn't. So, but it should be a relatively lively week of content. I should do a second Handmaid's Tale later in the week. And some stuff starting soon. I will admit I haven't played a lot of video games. They've been distracting me a little bit. Ah, you little menace. And for anyone who did not see in Discord, because I was asked on Discord when the deadline was, the team movie picking, the deadline for that's the end of the month. So there's about a week, just under a week, to make choices of there. Hey Elsa. And welcome Tyler. I believe this is a 90s movie. This is an early 90s film. That came out the same year as Jurassic Park. So I don't know if it was inspired by Jurassic Park, but it's the kind of thing though where there'd have been a lot of build up to Jurassic Park coming out, so probably some people preemptively made their crappy dinosaur movies to try and cash in because they knew it was going to be a big hit. Garrett's why staring at me. Stop it. Stop it. Silly cat. So yeah, nothing super big news, but actually, no, there is something to tell you. I mean, I probably said this like when I had the idea a while ago, but um, we'll be doing another vote best of list soon. We'll be doing a top 50 sci-fi vote as an Ace special, which we'll probably do in July. So the vote itself will probably be throughout June. Sorry, Firefly. I have to go help the Garrus. Sorry, cat. Well, here's a link to the thing, the movie. Firefly. Damn cat. Firefly, if you come and upset me, or I have words. Not available? Are you kidding me? This isn't available in the US? Where the heck was that plan? Well, it's not available to you, it's available to me. It plays fine for me, in English I might add. But apparently this channel is geo-locked. Go away, Firefly. Maybe. Well, that was that plan. Even the sequel's available on this channel. Yeah, most people here don't have VPNs though, so we can't really rely on that, unfortunately. And Tubi is free, but Tubi does have ads. Which I can use Tubi as well. The problem is that I'm not convinced the ads will actually stay in sync. I don't know if they're the exact same length for everyone if we all start the movie at the same time. So I think we'd go out of sync every time there's an ad break. We'd have to pause again and resync after every ad break. Which seems like a lot of work for Hysteria. That's interesting. The ad block solution I use doesn't actually work. Well, it might work if it let me in, but Tubi just won't let you even access it if it detects any kind of ad block to me. Wheeling out Firefly. Don't be a crazy cat. It'll be a more interesting watch with everyone else. Is that an autocorrect or is that how you spell sync in this context, Elsa? I'm really curious. In what way are slugs like dinosaurs, Cindy? Explain that to me. Oh, correct, but it's more funny. Yeah, it's a little funny. It gave me a chuckle anyway. Firefly! Why are you being so weird? Are you upset that I had to throw you off? Jump back up! I'm okay with you jump back. There you go, see? There you go. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I, Firefly, declare to you that we will watch a bad dinosaur movie tonight. They attack humans. That's your interesting. Fair point. That is true. Yes, if there's a Spanish dub, technically yes, two of you could watch that one and follow it. So this is a lot of jumping through hoops for a movie that I'm expecting to be not that good. I only picked it because I thought it'd be easy. Could we watch Frozen 2 instead? I mean, it is on the to-do list as well. That is true. I was actually going to maybe do 50 Shades Darker tonight, but I messaged David to ask if he'd be here because we can't really do it without him, and he's not responded, so I did not plan for that. But Frozen 2 technically is a possibility. I picked the Dino movie though because I just searched on YouTube Dinosaur full movie and saw what popped up. And like, oh, Prehysteria, I've heard of that. That's a real movie. I didn't think that it would be locked in other locations. Bleh. I wonder if there's an easy proxy you can use. There's like a website that just proxies other YouTube things. I don't mind getting out of the way. Although Tyler seems to have voiced his concern. Tyler, Dynamite's going to be on Friday next week as well. So the post double or nothing, post double or nothing Dynamite's going to be late too, which is upsetting. Shouldn't Chris be here for the Dino movie anyway? In theory, but Chris always arrives a little bit later, and sometimes is here for a while before he announces his appearance. So I just kind of assume he will be here. I also still want to see the testicular standoff from Tammy and the T-Rex. I don't have Shudder right now. I'd have to like either go hunting for the movie or pony up for Shudder, and then VPN it so I could watch US Shudder. Let's watch Land Before Time then. Is it on something? I would a Scream's co-host without Shudder. I've not been watching a lot of movies recently. I've been playing a lot of video games, which are very expensive, may I add. So paying for streaming services that I'm not even using right now seems like a poor choice, a poor life choice. I have been thinking about signing back up and just sort of binging a bunch of stuff that I've not seen. Especially since we're almost done with the Dino theme, and I can maybe just devote streams to watching random shit on Shudder for a while, if I feel like it. But it's the only Dino movie you could think of. Because I wouldn't be against doing Theodore Rex since that was also requested, but it's actually not easy to get a hold of. It's not on any streaming services. Mainly because no one wants to admit they own it. The windmill, you say? Doing the Lord's work there, Tyler. PG for short. Land Before Time is on in Netflix. Annoyingly, VPNing Netflix on the PC is really annoying. That's why it's annoyingly. Tammy and the T-Rex is on regular Prime? Yeah, but is it the R-rated cut? There's no point in watching Tammy and the T-Rex if it's not the Igor cut. Yeah, can't be watching the original cut. I mean, just putting ourselves through misery. with no goods, no money shots. Showtime should on AMC Plus. Yeah, nah, I'd be sure I'd have to watch it through if we're doing Tammy and the T-Rex. I'm actually wondering if VPNing some of the services is going to get tougher because they're apparently a lot of them are really wanting to like clamp down on password sharing, and I can't imagine that the VPN telling them that the same account is accessing the service in two different countries, switching back and forth on a regular basis, is going to be something they don't look at and go, Land of the Lost is Will Ferrell though. There's Bad That I Can Stomach, and then there's Will Ferrell. I'd rather watch Planet of Dinosaurs again than watch Step Brothers, and people like that movie. Oh, okay, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed we're sitting here. I found a movie. I picked one that I thought was easy because I hate having to do this part. I hate having to do this looking for a movie because there's all these opinions and nothing sounds fine. I like coming in with a plan where it's just set. There's no discussion. The decision's already been made, and then it just happens. That's the perfect thing. But no, YouTube had to be a dick and only have it available in certain regions. Oh yeah, you can go watch Velocipaster. Watch it in sync with the stream that we watched it on. That's an idea. Oh, I know you are, Elsa. I'm not critiquing anything anyone is doing right now. Far from it. Far from it. I just I like there being a simple plan where a movie's already picked. I hate having to try and pick a movie on stream. It feels like it goes round and round. You're not spending ages doing it. Is that a joke? Did Vin Diesel make a dinosaur movie? I feel like he might have done. That sounds like something that exists. I know Firefly. I know. Jurassic Park. I mean, it's not been that long since I did them on the show. I watched through them all like last year. Oh, Jurassic Park's not obviously great and withstands many a viewing because it does, but the simple solution. I'm terrified of what Tyler's about to suggest. Massive. If you don't mind jumping into the middle of Mass Effect 2, then yes, that is a solution. I feel like everyone else would prefer a movie though. Although I do like the way you think. I also want to do the hardest difficulty in Resident Evil 8. I'm sort of I've left it from there. Like I did my speed run trophy. The last crafting trophy you can't get until after you've beaten the hardest difficulty because you don't get the recipe. The final recipe you get in the game is for the rocket pistol, and you unlock that by beating the hardest difficulty. So there's like 2 crafting trophies you can't get until you've beaten the hardest difficulty. So those are like 2 quick, easy things after you've done the hardest difficulty. And then after that, it's just like really super hard mercenary stuff that I probably never do, but that'll be most of the trophies at that point. Dennis Quaid and Ringo Starr. I'm not. I'm not enamored with it. I have to admit. I'm saying that I've seen all the Jurassic Park movies multiple times, so I'd rather we didn't do a Jurassic Park movie. It's not been long enough that I'm wanting the nostalgia of like rediscovering Jurassic Park again. Lego Jurassic Park. Was a Lego Jurassic Park movie? I know it was a video game. They're shorts. Okay. Okay. I just done there, Firefly. Lie down something comfy or something. No? Okay. Cat's being weird. How is the progress in the team movie picking? Is there discussions going on? Last night in Soho trailer on the next news, it will be, yes. It will be. Which will probably be recorded tomorrow with Connor, because we're doing Superman and Lois tomorrow, so. Well, to be fair to Chris, he's not here right now, so. um. A baseball movie from Team B? I mean, I can get into a sports movie. I mean, I don't even know what's left at this point. I've seen a few baseball movies. Oh, for the John Moxley comparison, Tyler? Is that what you're saying? God damn it. I accidentally knocked my one off the desk. Let me set that somewhere less susceptible to failure. Oh, let me sit back. I have been keeping up with Mighty Ducks. I believe I'm up to date on the current episode. Could I name a few to cross? Well, we watched A League of Their Own on a stream. I did see Field of Dreams, which was pretty shit. I've seen Sandlot since I was a kid, so that's an old favorite of kids movie variety. I think that's probably all of them. Is Matt going to join us for Double or Nothing? Oh, I don't actually know. When we record on Saturday, I'll inquire. It depends. Is our hockey games on Sunday? Whilst Double or Nothing's on? Hopefully it does. I've seen Field of Dreams. It wasn't good. It's a really, really stupid movie. I tried to talk about the AEW TV news on the last news, but Tara clearly was bored out of her mind as soon as I started talking about it, so I just wrapped through it quickly. But many a thought on the TBS move and the specials. Do you prefer a football one? Uh, I would say no. Between the sports, baseball is a better sport. I understand baseball much better than I understand American football. Pretty much any sport where it's just like two teams trying to score goals at each end of the either pitch, field, or court, I find to be really dull. Firefly. Your claw's like digging at my kneecap. Like I'm okay with the comfortable position, but just the what if there was a plane crash and it had Kate Mara? What? I'm not a big fan of the Mara sisters. I'll say that. I have no idea what you're talking about though. Hmm. Going with the comedy for the choice is a little bit bold. Comedy is a very subjective thing that even most comedies I like I wouldn't rate higher than other kinds of movies that I like, if that makes sense. I've never heard of Victory. That's surprising. Uh, can't deny it's an interesting cast though. What are all these plane crash football movies? How is there more than one? I don't understand. I don't understand the pitch you're giving me here. I only know who Pele is because um 1 year at EA's E3 conference, they brought him out during the FIFA section to talk for like 10 minutes, and it was painfully boring. It's the same movie. I don't know. I have no opinion on this, Elsa. Doesn't say is that nothing you're saying is exciting to me. I'll say that. Carnosaur, it's on YouTube. You see, July summer camp movie month. Well, July we may have the summer double, the slasher double feature, summer camp. Well, it doesn't have to be a camp necessarily, um, but in theory, we should have a new theme picked by the winner of this this quarter, because we end the quarter at the end of June. So whoever wins should have a theme picked out for July. A genetically manipulated and very hungry dinosaur escapes from a bioengineering company and wreaks havoc on the local desert town. Security guard and a girl environmentalist try to stop both and the company's doomsday bioweapon. Okay. I see potential in that. I see potential in that. Well, Chris is winning right now, but I mean, there's not a lot in the lead. Still kind of all to play for. There is no mid-season winner. I've learned my lesson. I've given in to you, Elsa, when it comes to stuff like this. No, no mid-season winner. All right, let me. I like this movie, Gene says. What praise? Here's a question though: is it any good quality wise? Because one thing I'll say about that Prehysteria movie is that it was actually like a HD version. It looked good. It looked good. It looked like a proper HD. Not a remaster per se. I doubt they spent time remastering it, but you know. I say I found Carnosaur. Hold on. Let me mute desktop audio while I click on it. It's 4x3 and VHS looking, but it'll do. I owe you Jackbox games? For what? What are you Jackbox games for? I mean, I admit that I've probably forgotten some things I owe you, so I'm not going to necessarily say this is bullshit, but I am looking forward to hearing why I owe you Jackbox games, because I don't remember. As a cracketh the old necketh. Alright, I guess we're watching Carnosaur then. Also from 1993, bizarrely. It's a shame this one's shitty VHS looking, because the other movie looked like it was taken from like a Blu-ray or something like that. From all the way in 2019. Uh, I'll just take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. I'm sorry, the things changed on the design. There was no malicious intent and trickery intended. I promise you. Okay. It says Roger Corman in the title. For anyone who doesn't want to go hunting themselves, here's a link. We'll start it in a little bit. We'll give people a chance to appear. I should also probably add the or change the title, shouldn't I? Alright, the title's changed, so in theory anyone who sees the streams on now should see the correct movie in the title. Oh, pardon me. The food I had before streams coming back to greet me here. I'm not really hoping for decent direction, I'm just hoping for some cheesy violence, hopefully. Firefly, why are you trying to climb over the speaker? My new speaker, might I add. Yeah, David's too busy now to be doing these streams. So now I'm getting burdened. He was taking the weight off, was he? Well, maybe we'll do a game night at some point and have ways to play more Jackbox. I just got a little tired of playing the same things over and over, basically. It's been a while though, admittedly. It's been a while. Ooh. 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 We're gonna watch Carnosaur. We're gonna watch Carnosaur. Is it a car or is it a saur? A dinosaur. You need to get the Bidiots game. Is that in one of the Jackbox packs that I don't have? Ooh. I'm rather than saying no, this is where we are in the stream. Yeah. We'll start the movie. I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, something like that. We'll give people a chance to appears. Ooh. Ooh. We're getting close to the Final Fantasy 7 PS5 upgrade. It's out in a couple of weeks. In fact, it's out a day before Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart comes out, which is frustrating. It's like it couldn't have been like a week before, just so that I'd have time to play the rest of it and then go switch to Ratchet and Clank. Would people, to shake up the seasonal thing, would people be interested in, rather than getting individual points in the summer quarter, and by summer quarter I mean July, August, September, would people be interested in having teams for that rather than earning points for individuals? I don't mean these specific teams that are already created. We'd roll some new teams, so it's just a different mix again. But you're hearing chatter about a new Tony Hawk game, not a remake. I would like a remake of 3. I really would. My concern is that there's the studio that made the remake, which was very, very good and easily the best Tony Hawk thing that's came out in like decades. They got absorbed into just doing stuff for like I think Call of Duty, or maybe just Blizzard stuff. Like the studio basically got shut down. Or tasked with just supporting Activision's big, huge tentpole games instead of like working on new stuff on their own. So my concern would be if there is a new Tony Hawk game, is who is making it. Why does 7 Up taste so weird? That's a good question. So I haven't tried 7 Up in probably 20 years. It's fairly readily available, but it's something that I just never picked as a kid and never continued with for whatever reason. I mean, to be to be fair, Red Boy, the PS4 also needed an SXX game and it never got one. So I agree. I would like an SXX game. It's a nice counter thing, but in a similar genre to Tony Hawk. You have regret. um, what was I gonna say? Yeah. Any thoughts on teams getting points over like a 3 month period instead of individuals? Admittedly, I don't know what the team specifically gets. Maybe the team just decides on a theme between the members. I don't know, but just something to shake up the format a little bit, the formula. Am I on live chat? No, I'm not actually. Am I not seeing comments? Oh yeah, you had an extra comment. So I don't know why that wasn't popping up before. What was this individual points thing? Well, the points people get, the top right hand corner. The tips and the spins and occasionally games like lead to. Yeah, I can see it. I fell in love with Tony Hawk first, and I think I like the exploration element of Tony Hawk and the maps, but um, I think SSX 1 and 3. I don't understand how you would change it. Well, people instead of earning points for yourself, you'd just be earning points for your team. So let's take the two teams right now, for example. If Tyler earned a point, it would go to the blue team. So there'd be points for the blue and the green team just adding up over the 3 month period instead. I don't know what the prize would be specifically for a whole team. That was just an idea that I threw out. And do teams at the end of the month. For what? See, now I'm confused. What do you mean do teams at the end of the month? I don't understand what you're saying. How can I leave it as is but then do teams at the end of the month? Or because I'm not suggesting changing it just now. I'm saying changing it in the next season. Is that what you're saying? That I should try the teams in the next season, which is not the end of the month for the record. It's the end of June. It's the end of the season. Oh, you just want this to be a regular thing. Well, this was a goal that was hit. But it's nice to know you like the idea. to promote camaraderie between the patrons. Camaraderie. Yeah, those those caveats to doing a team version of it. It was just an idea. The PS Plus games for next month sound like shit, unfortunately. The rumor is that it's going to be Star Wars Squadrons and Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Edition or whatever the new version's called. Neither of which I have any interest in whatsoever, so that's kind of sucky, but hey. I've got a decent amount of games recently, and I will lately be getting Ratchet and Clank Day 1, as well as the free upgrade for Final Fantasy, so I don't really suppose I need anything else right now. Pardon me. And it's funny actually, because there's no games like right after that are announced for like, the next few months after early June, but E3 is in a few weeks, so I imagine the release schedule is going to get filled out a lot with all the announcements. So you're saying you want this just to be a traditional thing we do by default, Elsa? Okay. Taking it under advisement. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, ba-da-dum. Mm-hmm. 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 Ba-da-dum. I think I give. I give things. Just giving. Giving happens. We were watching Frozen 2 soon. There's plenty giving. Mm. Hearing cat shenanigans. And I will admit, my video game playing has definitely hurt my movie watching the last month or two. It'll come back with a vengeance. I'll get to the point where I start to get a little bit tired of video games, and I'm going to want to catch up in movies, and I'm going to be so motivated that I'm hopefully going to just burn through tons and tons of movies really quickly. Yeah, stop drinking the 7 Up. It's not doing good work for you, Elsa. I think we watched some good stuff with the horror from the deep. I think Humanoids from the Deep was a riot. That one in the island started really straight. It kind of went downhill, but there was some solid stuff towards the start of that movie. And Loch Ness, I mean, that wasn't horror. That was love from the deep. That was hope from the deep. Hey, Firefly. Besides, it's not like you're not into some other weird genres. You're a big fan of horror from the testicle. The sperm movies are a big hit in this stream. Oh, the helicopter crash was the alligator one, I think. The one I'm thinking about in the island was like the fishmen that it turned out like the mad scientist was creating. And there's that one character that Tyler really liked that didn't think got justice. A Firefly. Uh, Firefly. Here's my push push. Yeah. With all this. Ah, yeah, sperm horror, everyone's favorite subgenre. Elsa's own personal favorite film, The Girl on the Third Floor. What a heated debate. Thank you, Firefly. The best thing about sperm horror is, for the most part, it's a surprise. You don't know you're getting into a sperm horror movie until it hits you. The Ghost Ship movie? As in Ghost Ship? The movie that's called Ghost Ship? I'm pretty sure that's meant to be absolute garbage, but I mean, none of that stops us with other movies, so I'd be foolish to say never. Firefly. My name is Firefly. Welcome to my stream, humans. Tonight we will watch Carnosaur, an animal that holds no hope of surviving against the power of the kitty cat. Wow. Firefly, you're loving being on camera right now. Look at this. Look at this. He's loving it. Put him up. Yeah. Wee. Slugs isn't sperm horror, but does have a weird amount of sex. I'm not against watching Slugs at some point. On the C list. How old are my cats? My cats, Firefly and Wesker, are 10. And Garrus, I think, is about 6 or 7. I don't know Garrus's exact time, because I got them after a little bit of time. It's actually probably about time for your midlife crisis, Firefly. Now that I think about it. So yeah, I got myself my new monitor for my birthday, as well as some new speakers. Although the speakers weren't really, the speakers aren't like fancy. They're just decent little cheap speakers because my old cheap speakers eventually broke after years of service. They are better looking, the old ones though. I'll give them that. All right, Firefly. I'm going to put my leg down. So you need. Here you go. Here you go. Ow. Oh. Ah yes, viscosity. Everyone's Oh noes. That sounds bad, Elsa. I don't imagine Kiki enjoyed that trip to the vet. Something to look out for. I mean, did the cats was he acting differently? Was there a sign that he was in distress? Because I wouldn't say any of my cats are acting out of character. I don't know if I'm ready for Bob month. Depressing, didn't want to eat. That's usually how you know something's wrong, is when they just don't want to eat. Uh, I can tell you that Wesker and Firefly's appetites are as ridiculously large as ever. Garrus has never had a huge appetite. He does obviously eat, but he's not as like constantly give me more. That the other two are like. But yeah, I'll watch for change in behavior. I'll always notice it if they do. Um. All right, we'll start the movie in a few minutes then. So I'll link it one more time. So please pause it at 0. Get it at the ready. We're going to watch Carnosaur, which is a Roger Corman produced film from 1993. It's funny, it came out in the same year that we were of the other movie we're going to watch. Yeah. We're talking about Cats Firefly, yes, you're the subject of conversation. And I know you're okay because you're just being as annoying as always. A lot of breathy meows when you're annoyed at me, cat. I live for it. I live for it. Now I get a snack. Oh, Elsa's building a shelf. So what we got? Cindy, Rude. And maybe Tyler's still awake? Yeah, well, that's kind of quiet tonight, actually. It's been a little bit of time and still, yeah, it's been on for over an hour now. Guess everyone's just busy. It's a bit early for David anyway if he is showing up, but. Oh, Tyler is still awake. Just checking, Tyler. You've got a history of falling asleep, that's all. You got a history. Hey, look on the bright side. This is only 83 minutes long. Perfect. We all get to say we watched a movie, we get to tick it off in our letterbox, but it only takes 83 minutes of our life. As opposed to the 2 hours and 20 minutes that it took me to watch Matrix Reloaded last night. I can't breathe through my nose, so sleep will not come tonight. Well, the good news is then is you get to enjoy Carnosaur with us. Sounds like you've got a cold. Do you have a cold? That's what it sounds miserable. I hate having a cold. Not that anyone likes it, but I especially hate having a cold. I should probably get some water at least. If not something else. Yeah, I'll go get some water or something. Maybe a snack. And I'll be back in like 2 minutes and we will start the movie. So look at the link that I posted just a few comments up. We're going to watch Carnosaur, which is on YouTube. So pause it to 0 and we'll be starting in a few minutes' time. I am back. And I am prepped for the movie. Got some more. Headphones in. We're going to start. We're going to watch Carnosaur. The link is on YouTube. It is posted a little above in the chat. Have your movie paused at 0. I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1 and press play. There's a smear on my screen that's really annoying, man. Like I'm kind of tempted to go and get the nanofiber cloth and give it the wipe, but I'm sure I can cope during this movie. Wow. Bit better. Alright, are people ready for Carnosaur? Carnosaur! Carnosaur! When are you watching Carnosaur 2? Soon. Is it on YouTube? It might have been. May have been there when I searched for it. Alright, I should probably see if the timer works as well, actually. May as well. Cloudbot. Polls, okay. So here we go. I maybe pause at 0, watching Carnosaur, 1993. I want to count down 3, 2, 1 and press play. So here we go. 3, 2... Oh, actually, hold on. I wasn't ready to click the timer first. Hold on. I'll do that again. Pause at 0. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. New Horizons. Is the timer working? It is working. Oh, nice. Nice. The timer's working, people. The timer is working. Diane Ladd. Top of the morning to you, laddie. Raphael Sparge. What name? Jennifer Runyon. Harrison Page. Ned Bellamy. The timer's actually a second ahead. I think I clicked it just a little bit too quickly, but it's fine. Whoa, fancy computer graphics. These opening titles are being milked to stretch the runtime. Based on a novel. Oh my god. Evil businessmen. That Coke can feels so out of place in this setting. I thought Eunice was just the name of the one camera, but I think it may just be the name of all the cameras. Strangely orgasmic matter. What a zinger that was. Hey, this character's nuts with a cold. Tyler will feel oddly relatable in this one. Wait, did one of the chickens just lay a dinosaur egg? What? Why is the POV of the dinosaur green? Ask Howard. Took me a second to realize because the quality is so bad. I want to hear Bryce Dallas Howard talk about her Uncle Clint and what it was like having him as an uncle growing up. Good job holding up the security orders you were given. Yeah, the soundtrack is very cheap, early video game sounding. The video quality was so bad, I couldn't really tell what it was jumping out at him. It looked just kind of like a dog, but it's really blurry, so it's Quality joke, Tyler. Is this drunk man our hero? I'm distressed. I am distressed by that thought. So that's Eunice. This is basically just umbrella. Keep her detained with a shotgun. Okay, to try to look all serious. Every time it goes like a place or a name caption, there's like this extra information about the cells and infection rate. Here's this old man looking at his porn collection. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Big jokes. This is my favorite over here. Just has more class than that, more erotic kind of thing. He cut that piece of flesh like he's cutting a steak. He's getting the frying pan out. I think it's going to end in the ring, Tyler. They'll start out in the stadium, but then they'll come back to the ring probably. Unless they get a bunch of fans in the stadium. Oh, really? Well, I'm assuming she's not the young woman that he's caught trying to break into the work site or whatever it is she's doing. Maybe they'll even say that the pinfall has to be in the ring, like in the arena. Kind of like the old school boiler room matches. Here's some teenagers we can get have eaten alive for our amusement. This is a romance that's going to tie the whole film together. Thrush. I'll admit, Tremors 2 was definitely better so far. There she's just whipping out dinosaur trivia. It's a hard hitting environmental film like The Green Inferno. Okay, the way these teenagers are driving, they deserve to die. God, give us a good death. Give us a good death. This is so made for TV. I don't know if it actually was, but it feels very made for TV. I actually don't know if I think Planet of the Dinosaurs had better effects. They might have done. They are. This is like low budget Umbrella. They're building bioweapons. They're genetically tampering with the chickens, I think, Cindy. Is what they're saying. The little puppet walking around with just the hand off camera, moving it along. This is exactly the sort of thing you'd see on like a cable channel, like 2 a.m. Well, they just dump the cheap shit that they got for next to nothing. Reminds me of that movie we watched at the Arctic Research Station with the giant bug. I can see the comparison a little bit. Yeah. Except here, most of the locations are just, places in the desert. Whereas that was meant to be a research station, except that it was clearly just like a school or an office building that they pretended was a research station. Sure. I compare it to a modern film with CG, sure. I get that, Cindy. What about the stop motion though, the old school stuff? The guy driving the van here, he's been in stuff. He's an Incredible Hulk. They're using a handgun? Why is the bald man lying really weird on the table? What is this blocking? What is this? Oh, they recognize trash. That's good. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's like a stripper like pose to lie on the table, usually a stage in front of the Johns. Cindy, don't be delusional now. I don't want to have to send the old people police after you for getting senile. Can you imagine Michael Ironside lying on the table like that? Welcome to Umbrella. I love the idea of this guy sending this in as his Oscar tape. for your consideration. Here's the thing, Roger Corman does quick, cheap movies. So even though this came out in 1993, this was definitely because of Jurassic Park. He probably seen Jurassic Park and then put this into production within a few weeks and had it out by October. That's the sort of timeline we're looking at with this type of movie. What's this Clockwork Orange thing that we're getting here now? What's happening? Based in a book. Wait, there's another one? Why is there a strobe light behind it? It's based in a book. Well, yeah. So Roger Corman saw Jurassic Park, and then went and got the rights to the cheapest book he could, and put it in production in a few weeks. I've been based in a book doesn't change anything I'm saying here. If anything, he probably looked for a book because he said, you know what, Jurassic Park was based in a book, so we're going to do our own dinosaur movie based in a book. I think the first streams after midnight. Return might be July. I don't know. It seems plausible. Oh, Clint's back. Um, you always like to see the chef coughing on the food as he hands it out to the waitress. Italian. Italian. Ugh. Don't give me a close up of Clint Howard eating disgusting food. Is this me or does this pregnant woman look much older than her husband? Yeah, Ice Cream Man's pretty disgusting. Do you know what the problem is? Is that the Ice Cream Man is clearly not actually ice cream. It's like it looks more like paint at times, and it really puts you off having ice cream for a long time. Look at the size of the claws. What a time to be all chained together. Gotta get it, got the foot, got the foot. Dinosaur attacks are ramping up. I'm alright with this. Dinosaurs on the run. Dinosaur's got a foot fetish. Firefly. No worries, David. I just, since you never get back to me, I just said that we'll do a Dino movie instead. No big deal. Firefly. It's getting bigger. The chicken dinosaur's getting bigger. I love that the coroner's place is just a dark room that they've got like one fan spinning with light going through it just to give it a bit of atmosphere. Yeah, I figured that was probably the case, David, but I wanted to just make sure you were around. But good to know. The movie's on YouTube, by the way, David, if you want to Hop in. Oh. It's not great, but the dinosaur effects are pretty funny. I can't go over how this is really a cheap version of Umbrella. They're genetically messing with chickens. So there's more than one, right? Because she had one in that secret room that killed the guy. Did I read Strange Adventures yet? I had not read anything yet, no. Haven't looked at comics yet. Wait, our heroes infiltrated the evil conspiracy place? But he's an idiot. Yeah, she's a bit older, so makes sense that she's probably Laura Dern's mom. She's also fairly prominently featured, and that name was like one of the first ones that came up, so. I'm sure she's delighted that her daughter's career went much further than hers did. Okay. The big issue, you say? The fever. I have something in my shirt. Huh. It's a shame it's felt like it's really slowed down after that big attack where it killed like 3 people back to back. They should have called this movie Dino Fever. Staying extinct. Staying extinct. Staying extinct. Staying extinct. We're going to watch him slowly crack some eggs. Oh, okay, we're getting mutated eggs as well then. Maybe don't have eggs for dinner then. Just a thought. A baby dinosaur. Of course, Clint Howard's the man who walks into a chicken coop eating fried chicken. Like he's taunting them. Oh well. Oh, Clint got his head ripped off. Also, when it does come out later this year, are you going to stream Horizon? Well, I'm hoping, because they've announced the state of play for the second one, I'm hoping they're going to announce a patch for the first one for PS5, because I do kind of want to give it a proper try and play it, but the thought of going back to a 30 FPS game at this point is just like kind of eh. So I'm hoping they're going to patch it with a 60 FPS patch. I'm hoping to do that, so I feel more inclined to play the first one. Firefly shop. It's kind of insane that he's not wearing a face mask when he's around all these fever patients. If the last year has taught us anything, whatever's between the milestone issues, I don't actually know. Um, I don't know if I don't think any of us are planning on the that one shot that's coming out because it's mostly just a reprint of other things. But I don't know for sure. Like I don't know if anyone else is committed to it yet. I don't know. We're definitely doing the Stargirl one shot this week. I think I'm planning on trying the Mr. Miracle book. I've been playing some Wreckfest as well in between some Mass Effect and whatever else. It's a lot dull at first, but once you get to the more longer races where there's a lot more wrecking happening, it does get a bit more fun. What's happening? I think you're right, Cindy. Or maybe just a straight dinosaur because she's a mammal. Because humans don't typically lay eggs, it'll just be a straight dinosaur. It didn't look like a white egg to me from the brief glimpse we got there. I can't believe this random drunk guy who's our hero just decided to go and like invade this lab. Like it's weird. Like how did he even know where this was, or who she is, or why how to come here? Like nothing in the movie set up that he had this much information to find this place. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Cindy. I mean, it's not the worst thing. I mean, it's it's a cheap Roger Corman movie from 1993. It's about what I expected to be quality wise. Oh, pardon me. The power invested in by the Emergency Federal something something authority. That was a weird line. Yep. We'll be talking about that a bit more in the news as well. Because it's getting close to happening now. Why didn't we all just buy hazmat suits this last year? Imagine going to the store the last year and everyone's in a hazmat suit. Not just a face mask, a whole hazmat suit. Apparently, Square Enix are going to reveal another Final Fantasy game that'll be exclusive to PS5 to start with and then PC later, just like 16-7 Remake. But it's going to be more like Neo crossed with Final Fantasy. That should be an interesting thing. I think it'd be funny if we all had to wear hazmat suits. It would actually be like shockingly safe. No, they are. They're not. I mean, well, it's a different team that's making it, David. It's not the same team. The team that made Seven Part One, I'm sure, are already working on Seven Part Two. But this is a completely different developer. It might even be out later this year or early next year. Because the rumor is that there's going to be like an alpha, a public alpha later in the summer, which suggests to me that it's probably, well, at least at most a year away from being released. But we're getting close to E3, so things are going to be announced. Square Enix have got a whole presentation, I think. Could be interesting. And there's already rumors of what the next Resident Evil game might be that isn't 4 remake or 9. There's apparently a Resident Evil game that was going to be a Switch exclusive at first, which would have sucked because I don't have a Switch. Um, but apparently the game's got bigger in scope, so I don't know if that means it won't be a Switch game anymore. Oh dear. Ugh. Yeah, no eggs. If it's a human. The cosmic egg. What an answer. The middle of this is so slow. Well, I say middle. We'll only got 24 minutes left, but it's been a tough 25, 30 minutes, I'll say. Hmm. Oh, that's great news, Tyler. Oh, there's a doggy. Doggy's gonna get it. She wants to breed super smart dinosaurs. That's what she wants to do. This is a troll, Cindy. He's really giving it his all in this performance. You do have got something to lose. You've got like a family. Oh jeez. He doesn't have much backstory. Just that he's got a wife and kids. I like more Coke product placement. At least the vending machine doesn't feel as out of its place in a normal street like this. Oh shit, he actually shot it. I love that the dinosaur actually fell backwards like a human would. Despite how the weight's distributed. Yeah, clawed in the dick. Well, actually, that's more to do with his stomach, but mutually assured destruction. Look at all the coke cans. Serious military science like discussion happening, and it's just nothing but cans of coke on the table. And our hero still. He's been in this lab talking to the lady for like 40 minutes at this point. So to sum up, basically, this is infecting all of the women on the planet, so they're going to give birth to dinosaurs instead of humans, and it'll wipe out the human race after some time because there's no procreation, and smart dinosaurs are going to take over the Earth. But our genius, he's in the military and science division, are discussing ways to sort of control our breeding or something like that. I think that's what's going on. Oh, strobe lights. That was like a wrestling entrance. That's what that Joe. That's what we need at Dynamite. We need more lasers, laser lights in the entranceways. Uh, is it 3 people eating eggs? Maybe. I don't know if they said specifically. I admit I haven't been glued to the details as some other movies because it's been kind of dull. But wait, what? Oh, is she gonna give birth herself? There's something about her just kind of sitting down to give birth, like it's just something you sit down to do like that. I don't know. Oh dear. I don't know. It was she just sat down like she was going for a shit. Not that you sit on the floor to go for a shit, but you know what I mean. Like the way she just casually said, "All right, time for this. I'll just sit down and spread them and start pushing." Frozen 2 would have been dull in other ways. Okay, she's giving herself a C-section by hand. she's ripping open her stomach from the belly button like Superman rips open his shirt. Oh, this is them copying the chestburster kinda actually. She's like, my baby dinosaur. Do do do. Yeah, so you thought you'd inappropriately kiss her until she's asleep? You creep. Are you watching Prometheus? That's an excellent question. Yeah, they make the mother giving birth just sort of rip open her own stomach. Yeah, that's how they do it. Why are they pretending these two have a connection? Because they really haven't. Nor have they really done anything or had any experiences together. Look at this puppet. Oh no, he's going to answer the phone like Tammy the T Rex. It's a holy fucking dinosaur. Well, that weird trivia she had randomly earlier on is going to pay off. Well, it did say it was getting bigger throughout the movie. Although I'm not sure if the one the sheriff killed was the one that we were originally following, or if that was just another one. And the T Rex now is the one that we have been following since the start of the movie. I don't know. So they'll inject her with radiation to kill the dinosaur, I think. Try to follow this complicated plot. Da 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 da. That's an excellent, excellent question, Tyler. Da 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 da. Wait, they rip it off aliens a little bit by using the tractors and bulldozers and stuff, a la the power loader. I'm impressed they have miniatures. An ironic payoff to all the Bobcat referencings they've had throughout the film. Who would have thought it? Well, that went well. Imagine seeing this when it came out just a few months after Jurassic Park. Just how disappointed you would be. Damn. Ripping out chunks of flesh from the middle. That was a terrible one-liner. Even like you hear the T-Rex crying in pain as it's dying for a couple of seconds. Well, if you hated him, you got the ending you probably wanted then. Whoa! Oh, no, the cast and oh, the credits in reverse. They're coming down instead of going up. That's weird. I'm so used to it being the other way that it's like messing with my mind just looking at that. They showed them earlier on in the movie, but why? I don't know. So they could have the cool shot at the end of him burning. Only explanation I've got for you. Alright, well, I don't think I need to hear all the credit. Let my ears breathe a little bit. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Well, that unfortunately was not as fun as one may have hoped. I had some fun, stupid dinosaur effects and a couple of fun deaths, but it was very dull for long stretches, unfortunately. Well, I mean, he paid for the animatronic. He was going to get his money's worth out of it. He was notorious for reusing like sets and stuff that he'd already used in other movies. Yeah, I wouldn't go back. It's a very specific message that the film may have had there, Cindy. Um, Maybe a little too specific for anyone to really make much sense of, but you know, tis what it is. I just don't appreciate movies anymore. Oh sure, sure. I look forward to 2 hours of me yelling about why the Matrix Reloaded's trash. On the next days. If you're looking for, if you like a good negative Ace review. All right. Take away the timer. Oh, good night, rude boy. And just 1 year and 50 credits later, he made the best Fantastic Four movie. 15 credits in a year. That is exceptional. Did it meet all my expectations? I mean, it's hard to say what expectations I have of a movie like that going into it. I have hopes. I don't have expectations. So I think in a way, I suppose it did meet my expectations. Is it getting late for me? I mean, it's a little late. Why? What are you hoping for? Lego shorts. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Let's move that over here. Much resolution to play with on this one. Oh dear. To ask you about the movie picks. You can ask about the movie picks. There's a new PlayStation sale happening, but the discounts are really bad. Like it's like 14% off, which is trash. That said, though, PS5 games are still pretty new, so I mean, I guess I understand, but it's a bit weird. Oh, is everyone else here Team A? I guess that's true. Soviet production of Lord of the Rings. Oh jeez. Ask away. You can ask me questions. If I haven't rated the movie on Letterboxd, I for sure haven't seen it. I can't say that with 100% certainty, because every so often I will find something on there that I have seen that I, for some reason, haven't rated just because I missed it or something. So it's not 100%. It's like a 99% chance that it's accurate. Maybe even more than that. Maybe 99.9%. But it's a very slim chance that it's incorrect. Oh, Avengers is on sale for a decent chunk off. Shame the game still looks really boring though. NBA 2K's got a decent sale. I don't really care about basketball, but it's got 60% off, which is way more than some of these other PS5 games. Hey Chris. Kind of dull. There was some moments, there's some bad dinosaur effect moments and a couple of funny kills, but I haven't seen Marriage Story, no. Been on the to-do list for a long ass time, but I haven't seen it. I mean, that wasn't really the intention per se, the team leader having like the final say, but I suppose it makes sense that someone's correlating everything. But um, but yeah, I guess for the sake of like, if there's like a split or a divide, then I guess yes, the team leader should be the one to break the tie and make the call. I know, you're not limited to anything like that. As long as it's attainable somehow. Uh, anything's fine. Hmm. Yeah, it's fine, Cindy. Feel free to go ask. Yeah. We're not at a point yet where PS5 games can have proper discounts outside of a couple of first party ones. It'll take a while, I guess, before we get proper, actual tempting prices on things. Oh well. I was just looking through that as I was answering the questions. Hey hoes. Oh, my foot's a little bit sore. I think I was leaning on it too much. But hey ho. Well, by my count, we have one dinosaur movie left then. What is this slander? Don't spread rumors like that, David. How dare you? How dare you? If you're asking how long I have known Connor, since 2014? I want to say. Beans. What are beans? You prowling my letterboxd and disappointed to see that I've already seen something? This may shock you, David, but I do not have any tattoos. Never mind matching ones with the ginger. If there's any more actual questions, not David's weird ones, by all means, but yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at things. What can I say? The movie didn't keep me super engaged. Are we shocked by that fact? I don't think so. Mm. So yeah, we got one more dinosaur movie to do, although that'll probably be a week or two before we do that. I think we will try and knock out 50 Shades Darker and Frozen 2 more imminently. I don't know when, hopefully one this week at least. I don't I don't know what I dislike about this line of questioning more. I really don't. The crazy insinuation that you're suggesting, or just the idea of it. Yeah, they're doing 2 episodes a week. There's only 10 episodes, so it's going to be over pretty quickly. I haven't actually watched the last season yet. I don't think. I haven't watched the last NBC season. I watched season 6, but I haven't seen season 7 yet. For no particular. I mean, I never watched it as it aired. I always binged the season like after it aired. I just haven't got around to doing 7 yet. And every few seasons I just start from the start again because it had been long enough that I'd forgotten a lot of it. And I thought, hey, I can just watch the whole thing now with new stuff at the end. Hmm. Yeah, that is a tactic. That is for sure. Yeah, so we'll try and get one of those movies done this week. Keep them chipping away. Just get one more dinosaur movie left, and you've changed it. Yeah. So, and that's the only thing I need to worry about right now, planning wise. And then maybe I'll start picking some random movies again for a change. Finally watch Tiger Claws 3 or something. Oh dear. When's the next stream? That's a good question. Most definitely. Well, I mean, I always say that, and then things change. So I mean, it's never impossible, but should not. It won't be tomorrow. Um, won't be Friday. Well, I suppose it's possible there could be one on Friday after Dynamite. It's not impossible. So it'll probably be Thursday or maybe Friday. Whichever one I end up feeling like I've got the energy in me still to do a stream. I imagine I'm going to be doing a lot of recording on Thursday, so maybe I'll be wiped out by the time stream time comes. How do I feel about British royalty films? As in films about the royal family, either present or past. I find the subject of the royal family to be exceedingly dull. So I can't say they appeal to me in literally any way. I don't want to come across too strongly hateful about it, because I wouldn't say I'm passionate. I'm too indifferent, but I am so indifferent that I can't even muster up a annoyance at the idea. Is my sleep schedule back to normal for me? Yeah, more or less. More or less. I'm kind of back on track. Kind of back on track. Normally, I do recordings on a Sunday night, which is why there's almost never a stream on a Sunday. But this week, because the pay-per-view's on, the wrestling pay-per-view, I'll be doing that instead. So recordings from Sunday will either be on Saturday or Monday. So, yeah. Because me and Tara have done the Ace bonus for the month. We didn't get to the action movies. I don't know if we're doing one this week or if we're just taking an easier week this week and getting to one next week. But yeah, not a subject that I'm super high on. But yeah, I'm not getting tired and like passing out at like midnight my time, which is really weird for me. But it was a thing for about 4 or 5 days where I was just waking up early and going to sleep early. Yeah. I will guarantee one more stream this week at least. Maybe more if I feel like playing games on stream. But I've been playing games mainly during the day when I've got like time here or there. Try to give Tower a break. The next news will be Connor. Connor's recording something else tomorrow, so he'll be doing news. It was just a weird string of events that led to Tara doing like 4 in a row. It wasn't planned or intended. It was just kind of a weird coincidence. But Connor will be on the next one. The last one was particularly brutal though, because it was a long list of news to do. I even cut out a few stories towards the end because they were just kind of droning on and weren't that interesting. And it came after we didn't start till later than normal, like recording whatever else we were recording that night. So, by the time we got to news that night, it was a swell. And I said we can leave this till next time because she was recording the next day as well. And then, but it was like, yeah, but we're doing a big long movie tomorrow. So she chose to do it that night, and I think she regretted it by the time we got to the end. But yes. But yes, Connor's on next news. Assuming everything goes to plan tomorrow. Which, can sometimes go either way. But plans are made to fluctuate. Yeah, so me and Connor should be recording Superman and Lois tomorrow, and we should be doing a Trek this week and the pilot winner, the vote winner from this month. Normally we get to them a bit quicker, but it's just the way it's worked out schedule-wise this month. But especially because Matt wasn't there for comics last week, we had to record comics when Connor was free to do it, which was like it basically took up a whole weekday recording session that could have been used normally for a couple of shows or whatever. But it's actually been a really weird month for comics because like this Saturday is the first time I'm recording on a Saturday this month, which is weird because it's always been on a Saturday. It's just the way it's worked out where I've been bouncing around Thursday and Friday the last 3 weeks. I never had so much free time on a Saturday during the day. It's weird. I haven't revealed the pilot winner yet. No, I haven't typically revealed those in advance for whatever reason. Usually I just post them when they're done and it's like, ta-da! Here's what won. It was close. I'll tell you, it was close. No time for previously Twitter yet. Not as of yet. I mean, we actually read most of the books for it like 4 weeks ago because we'd planned to record it on whatever night. And I think Connor got asked to stay in extra. That's actually been the big problem, is that even on days where theoretically we should be able to record after he's been in work, he keeps being asked to stay until closing, which is like an extra several hours, and it's like taken to a late time in night when I record with other people, or if I'm streaming, it'll be when I'm streaming. Um, so yeah, his work schedule has been a nightmare recently. It's basically been it's been a case of pretty much the days he has off are the days we can record, and every other day is just almost a no go. But hey, yeah, it is what it is. Just means things like Solo, Handmaid's Tale, and a couple other TV shows. Like, you know, if something lands on Netflix that's worth doing as soon as it hits, like, it's probably going to just have to be me, because like there's no way we can get through, you know, episodes and episodes of a show, like one per day or one every other day, like we usually try to with those things. If whatever. I mean, I try, David. I do. The priorities are all over the place. It's quite sickening. Hard to find good help these days. As for free. But it is what it is. People seem to be glad that I'm still doing Handmaid's Tale though, and Babylon 5's got a decent little following. It's very consistent in its views, and it's always got a nice handful of comments quite quickly. So that's always nice to see. Yeah, Connor's been a little bit harder to please when it comes to like wanting to stick with a show. Um, he just kind of gets really negative when we do a pilot a lot of the time. It has no interest in like coming back, and he's very about it. And it's weird when it's like, you know, Debris is a good example where like I saw a lot of potential in that pilot, and then by the time I got like 2/3 into the season, I was like, yeah, I was right. This is getting really good. You know, never started feeling like it was getting to places. You know, in the last couple of episodes of like the half season we got. Um, it is fun watching a show grow into itself sometimes. It doesn't always happen, obviously, but there's been some cases of it. Yeah. So I need to start maybe making a point now that I know I'm just doing new shows on my own rather than fitting it around the schedule, trying to make sure we can both fit it in. I have to maybe pay a bit better attention to the new shows that are starting, but there's nothing super huge starting. I mean, Loki's starting soon. I don't know if that'll be a weekly review thing though. Just given how the Falcon and Winter Soldier stuff went, it depends how interesting the show is. I think the hard thing is that it's actually harder to review a TV show episode to episode when you're on your own if you're not like at least a little bit actually passionate about it. When you're talking to someone else, it's kind of very easy to just bring up each plot line and you start talking about why it was working or not working, and that's kind of it. Like Debris and the Nevers got easier and easier to talk about the more they started to get good, because the more I started to care about what was going on, the more I had opinions, and the more I was sort of like just like it was so easy to just start talking about them on my own. But trying to force it for like a Falcon and Winter Soldier episode when I just kind of when I was like, it's fine, a bit dull. Like it's hard to fake the energy. It really is. When it's just kind of like, it's okay. So I don't even know what my point is, except to say, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see which shows I end up keeping and which ones get jettisoned. And we'll see what's coming up soon. I don't know what's. There's not a lot starting in June, as far as I know, but I will have to do a double check. Plus, I always need to make sure there's some stuff left over for the vote. I appreciate that, Cindy. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up here then. Thank you for joining me and watching the really stupid, dumb movie. We will reconvene with another movie later the week. We'll get through probably 50 Shades Darker. Oh, it depends what day it is. If it ends up being Thursday, we'll do 50 Shades Darker. If it ends up being the weekend or whatever, then maybe it'll be Frozen 2 instead. And we'll see how torturous that is for me. So there we go. But hey, no worries, guys. Thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure. I will see you guys next time. So goodbye and good night.